Hi everyone, today I'm going to show you how to put together a little album to jot down memories throughout the year. So I'm going to start off by making the front and back covers, show you how to do that. So just taking a bit of old cardboard that comes with packaging sometimes, and I'm going to cut two 4x6 pieces down by 4 inches by 6 3/4, and I've done that because it is the perfect size for a photo. This is a terrible photo of me getting my eyebrows done, so it fits just so, and then you can have the holes there for I'm putting that. Probably shouldn't have showed you that one, it's quite embarrassing, but anyway. I'm also going to use this citrus cardstock stack, only because it's got lots of really glittery nice colours in there, so I'm going to use that for the front as well. So select the colour that you might want to use and make a cut that is exactly the same as the front. So I've cut the pieces that go with the covers, and I've cut two. So I'll put blue on the outside and maybe the sparkly flowers on the inside, and you need to glue them on, and you can do that in your favourite way. I'm probably going to use double-sided tape or some craft glue. It's entirely up to you, so go ahead and do both of those. So they are both glued on now. I'm going to ink around the outside of each one of those as well, just to give it a little bit more depth, and then we'll start working on the front cover. Now I'm lucky enough to have a big shot machine, so what I've done, I'll just put the back cover away, is just cut out a variety of pieces that I'm going to put on the front here. So I've got some clouds from the Dynamics die that I've got a label, and I know that in the new Stampin' Up! Catalogue they have these. These are the Stampin' Up! Labels as well that I've just cut out, and this one is another Dynamics, just a little row of leaves, and I've cut that out of the glitter paper. Now the little bird that you see, that's from the Cricut machine, but I know that Stampin' Up! Have got one for the Big Shot as well, so you could easily cut one or two and then do the layers of the little bird. So you have to put all this together. I'm also going to use the Stampin' Up! Set that I've got. It's an older one, and it's called Bliss. It's from a Celebration catalogue from a while back. Again, you could use an equivalent stamp. I really like this one, so I'm going to pop this one on the front cover as well. So now it's just a matter of me putting this all together, so I'll show you this in a little bit of fast mo. And there you have the front cover. So to put this together, okay, you line up the two, and you can either use a hole punch, or if you are lucky enough to own a crocodile, you can put the two bits down the side. So I'll just do that. And I usually do that just by eye. Close together. And holding them both quite firmly, just make sure you've got it on the right. I'm going to go 3/16. Okay. So once you've got your holes punched there, use those as a guide for the pages that you put in there. Next job is to go ahead and cut the pages that you're going to put in inside. And to cut my pieces, I'm just going to use my guillotine. I've got one of these because I'm a teacher, so I use it quite often. Now the pages, equivalent in centimetres, because unfortunately this isn't in inches, 17 by 10, so each one of these. I'm just using normal copy paper that you'd run through your printer. I think it makes it just a lot easier to organise with. So we'll need to cut, and you can cut a lot more at once. So this is one of those jobs that you don't want to be stuck sitting around for ages doing. So it could get a little bit monotonous. Just making sure that that's 10 by 10, and then going back the other way for 17. Now you might end up with little bits left over. That's alright. I like to use that for scrap, so I'm just going to go ahead and cut a whole lot of these. So all my pieces have been cut. I did work out though, second time cutting, go through landscape first, less waste. Okay, I've only ended up with this much, so I don't feel like I've ruined a whole forest. So now you need to mark and crocodile your stack. So I could probably get away with doing half of this at a time, I think, with the crocodile. So I just line that up with the top, and just take a marker and mark the dots where you need the crocodile to go through. And this is why I love this machine. It's absolutely amazing how much you can cut through at once, especially if you're doing things like post-it presents and things like that. You can cut through a whole stack of post-its. So there's one already done. And I'll just do the second half of that stack. And as you can see, goes through that really quite easily. Right, so there's the stacks. Put them together with the back, and you will need 2 rings to go through the side. Alright, so here's your little book, and you just need some rings. I'm going to go with the smaller ones for this. I've got some larger ones, but I find it just gets a little bit too flopsy. And you just open up these split rings, which are really quite tough, and then just weave that through the paper and then out the back again. There we go. And the same with the other one. So you're still going to get a little bit of movement in the book, but that's okay. Gee, I tell you what, those hinges are a bit strong. Same for the top. And the beauty about this method as well is that if this book is for you or for anyone else and they run out of pages, then you can just easily go back and cut out some more. So this is a good one for noting down memories and that stuff throughout the year. So I like to keep the opening toward the front, and then just to dress up the side of it, I go into my ribbon stash and find bits of ribbon that would match. Here's a bit that's left over, and basically just tie off just to dress up. So just pull it really tight and give it a cut. And you can do this with a whole lot of ribbons and fibres just to doll it up. And I like to mix up the colours a little bit too, just to give it a little bit of a difference. Some ribbons don't tie off as easily as others, so just keep that in mind. They might undo themselves. I've had that happen to me in the past as well. If you think that, you know, if you're unsure, chuck it in a double knot. But usually, one's okay. A bit of organza. Let's see if I can find any blue in this. A lot of stuff. I've got this little blue, but I just don't think it matches. Even a little bit of green. Green might be good, just to jazz it up a little. So in effect what you're really doing, I guess, is hiding the rings in a lot of ways. But I still think it just gives it that real, I don't know, feminine edge, I guess. And you can put on as little or as many as you like. But what you have there then is your Hello Hello note booklet. And you can make memory notes, or you can use it as a notepad. You could have a month by month of what's happening throughout the year. I mean, really, the uses are for this just go on and on and on. So there you have it, my little hello 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 book. Thanks for watching. Bye.